All right, hey everyone. So today we're going to look at some two-step equations and how to solve those. So the only difference, we looked at one step already. Now we're just trying to figure out what we want to undo first as we're solving this. Again, trying to get x by itself. So not even going to solve this one because this page is going to show us the key difference, right? So we've simplified things in previous years using PEMDAS. You all know about PEMDAS, right? So if we were just doing a quick review PEMDAS problem here and simplifying keyword this, well, parentheses come first, there's no parentheses, exponents are next, 2 to the third. So it's like 5 plus 16 divided by, now that's 8 minus 1 because we had to do that exponent, 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, then multiplication, division, remember, are together, so I just have a division there, 5 plus 2, because 16 divided by 8, minus 1, and addition, subtraction together, so go left to right. 5 plus 2 is 7, minus 1, so you get 6. The key difference, and only difference, between simplify and when we now are solving an equation is doing reverse PEMDAS, or reverse order of operations, right? So if I'm over here, I don't have parentheses or exponents, so multiplication, division would normally come first, but we're going reverse. So if you look at my arrow here, we're starting down at addition, subtraction, meaning get rid of addition or subtraction first. Now we have 3x equals 15, right? I moved that plus 1 to make it minus 1 over, so it's gone. 3x equals 15, and now multiplication and division. So if I'm multiplying x by 3, I need to divide by 3 to get x by itself, and x equals 5. So doing reverse order of operations to solve these problems. So let's look at a couple more together, right? Just basic two-step equations. So 5x minus 2, we want to get rid of addition, subtraction first. If I'm subtracting 2, I need to add 2 to get rid of it. So we can put the line there if you want to stay really organized, but 5x now equals 20. Well, we want x alone. Now it's like a one-step we did previously. So just divide by 5, and x equals 4. Nothing too tough about that. Remember, you can always check it quick. 5 times 4 is 20, minus the 2 is the 18 that we needed. Same thing, notice, of course, the variable doesn't have to be on the left, doesn't have to be an x. Here it is as a 4y, but this is a positive 7 that needs to be moved by subtracting, right? So opposite of positive is negative, so subtract the 7 over. Now we're looking at 8 equals 4y. We want y all by itself. Get rid of that 4, divide by 4 over. 2 equals y, or y equals 2. So solving two-step equations. All right, so a couple practice problems here. Remember, this is where you could pause the video and see if you can do these two by yourself before I do. So go ahead and pause now if you want to do that. But going through two more two-step equations, right? We want to get rid of addition, subtraction first. So I'm going to subtract that 4 over, making 14 minus 4 equals 10. Equals 8y. So here's a good example. Things aren't always going to work out perfectly, right? Now I'm dividing by 8. 10/8 equals y. Well, that's not going to get us a whole number, but I can reduce it, right? So you want to reduce your fractions if you can. 10/8 would reduce to 5/4. Divide both by 2. Over here, we have some negatives happening, so I want to be careful with those. Add or subtract away first, so we would add to get rid of the minus 2. Still have negative 5x equals, careful in the negatives, negative 10. Negative 12 plus 2 is negative 10. So when you want x all alone, make sure you're dividing by the 5 and the negative, so divide by negative 5, and you'll notice double negative, negative 10 over negative 5, would get you to a positive 2. Maybe that's one you want to check quick. Negative 5 times the 2 is negative 10, minus 2 more is negative 12. So we did that correctly. Okay, so just a couple other scenarios here. Notice we have fractions involved, and there's a key difference between these two problems. So this one, we'd start the same, right? We're going to get rid of addition and subtraction first. So instead of adding 3, I would subtract 3. I have now just the x divided by 2 part equals 11. Well, if I have x divided by 2, as we touched on in one-step equations, we want to get rid of the division by multiplying. So you'd multiply on both sides, not too tricky. X would just equal 22. But if you notice this second one, it's not x over a number, it's a fraction, a full fraction there, 3/7 with the x, or times the x. So we'd still start again the same way, get rid of addition, subtraction first. In this case, we subtract 5 to get rid of the plus 5. We'd have the 3/7 x equals now negative 9. Well, really, this is like two different things happening, right? 3 times the x and divided by 7. So we can get rid of both at once by using the reciprocal, right? Because 7 over 7 here is 1. 3 over 3 here is 1. Well, we have 1 over 1 is still 1. That's just 1x or just x. Of course, we are keeping things balanced. So when I multiply by 7/3 here, I'm doing it on the right side as well. So then when you're doing a whole number times a fraction, just do the times the top, which is negative 9 times 7, negative 63, divided by 3 should be negative 21. So using the reciprocal, if you have a fraction, times your variable. All right, so 2 more practice ones here. Go ahead and pause if you want to try these on your own. Otherwise, let's take a look to see how you did or how we do these, right? Still same first step. We want to get rid of adding and subtracting first. Common theme here, so it subtracts 6 over. 13 minus 6 is 7, and it's divided by 3. So let's get rid of division by multiplying by 3. 7 times 3 then is 21. Done. And 1 with a fraction times our variable, right? So still get rid of addition, subtraction first. I still have the 7/5 times y equals now negative 7, negative 4 minus 3 more. And I want to get rid of 7/5 by multiplying by the reciprocal, which would be 5/7. Again, because that cancels all the fractional parts there. Do it to both sides. Negative 7 times that 5 up top is negative 35, and divided by 7 is negative 5. And we have our answer there. So just knowing those two ways, you'll see two-step equations showing up as well. Lastly here, one story problem that involves a two-step equation and being able to set it up correctly is key here. So James earned a total of $900 this week. This total is $10 less than 5 times the amount he earned last week. How much money did James earn last week? So the tricky part with these can be understanding what it's saying here. $10 less than 5 times, right? $10 less than 5 times. So how that looks, 5 times something, 5 times x is our something, $10 less than it is 5x minus 10. A lot of people want to go 10 minus 5x there because it says 10 less first. But think of 10 less than something. This is 10 less than the 5x. It says he earned a total of $900. So our two-step equation there is 5x minus 10 equals 900. And we can solve that pretty easily, right? Get rid of addition, subtraction first. So we'd add the 10 over. Now we just have the 5x now equals 910. Divide that 910 by 5. Probably need to use a calculator there, resulting in a total of $182. Our label in this case, just a money sign. Make sure you're labeling for story problems. But there we are. So setting up that two-step equation is maybe the tricky part, and then solving shouldn't be too bad. All right, so that's it for this set of video notes. You will see on Schoology then in that Wednesday folder where you found these notes, just 2 problems, a little online exit slip there to make sure you can solve a couple two-step equations. And then tomorrow you'll work on the two-step equations assignment. Make sure you're contacting me if you have any questions. Thanks.